Howdy everybody, and welcome to the Æther-Tech Wars. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM for this Pathfinder 2e campaign. And joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Brie, Dyto, and John. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Crimson, unfortunately, is unavailable to play, but we hope they're doing well. Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with our sponsor for tonight's show, XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, even putting your favorite picture as your background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show description. We are also now on Patreon, so if you enjoy our content and want to help support the show, you can go over to patreon.com/randomrhapsody and join one of the tiers there. Now, this week, we are going to be having another episode of Magi Knight's Awakening. Our Dreams of Infinity crew have just gotten back together and are trying to decide where exactly they're going to be investigating. Do they go after dang it, I just blanked myself. Let me try that again. Do they go after the cemetery and the mysterious lights that the ghost hunting club is looking for? Do they go after the creepy video game developer that they've actually detected other activity? Or do they go back to the hydroelectric plant where they've actively seen cultists around? Who knows? But it'll be fun to find out. Now you can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we do here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_rhapsody, on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok as Random Rhapsody_TV. And that's going to do it for our announcements. So join us as we return to the world of Loroupa and journey with a group of Pathfinders who have unwittingly found themselves embroiled in the Æther-Tech Wars. And we're back. So by now you should know how we do our recaps. We offer up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for one free reroll during the game. Whoever does the recap gets that coin, which includes me, and I'm kind of a dick about it, so nobody really wants me to have that coin. That's probably why somebody's going to volunteer to do it, but let's find out. Who wants to do the recap today, everybody?
I'll do the recap.
Okay, well, Aeden, tell us what happened last time on the Æther-Tech Wars.
Well, after enjoying the goopy honey from Desna, I found my friends after they had, I guess, fought some goblins. They looked really beat up for for fighting some goblins. and some big mechanical digger thing that we found out was a digger later. We decided to explore the underground caverns a little bit more. Found a trap to disarm that led us to a room with a justice statue where we had to find the fake coin. We were able to find it. It opened up a room that led us to a glory hole. And we were able to hear people on the other side not speaking Goblin. So we took a couple of minutes to decide if we were gonna continue forward. We decided to try and get a long rest because my friends were really beat up and weren't ready for another fight. After a little bit, the goblins came in looking for their digger, found their dead digger, and made it sound like they were going to come back with their boss and reinforcements. So I woke everybody up, and then we decided to go look for them. We went back into the room, tripped the trap that we disarmed and then rearmed. Oh, wait, no, that was too early in the story. Hold on.
Yeah, I think we went into the trap room first.
Mm-hmm. And then we went through the door that we decided not to go through earlier. Couple of us went back into the secret room, found out that the levers controls the spikes, and there was nobody else in there. So we decided to pack up our shit and go home. And then we set off the trap again on ourselves.
Yep, that's about right.
Forgot about that. I forgot about that hall trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But there you go. There's the random Rhapsody coin. Don't forget to use it. It's only going to last today's session. Wow. Pathfinders. So after taking precautions to block up the door that leads to the room with that trap over there, it's still a bit of a walk back to the inn. You have been traveling through these tunnels for quite some time. You have to go back through the tunnels, through the giant spider's lair, back into the area where those cliffs are, and climb back up the cliff to get into the inn again, which is down another shorter tunnel. But you do eventually all arrive. I'm not going to make you roll for climbing up that. I remember you left the rope to get up it. And while, yeah, there probably was a process, and probably somebody fell at some point, let's just be honest, it's not detrimental enough that really it's going to do a whole lot to your group. So you do eventually make it back up into the inn. Now, when you go up the stairs from the cellar into the inn itself, it's probably not surprising to see that the common room that you find yourself in is completely empty. There's nobody down there. You do, however, see that kid that you had rescued, who Yaekaze had bandaged up, asleep on the bar, on a bar stool on the bar, just head down, snoring lightly. And you notice that through the windows, looking to the outside, there's the gray dimness of pre-dawn. You've been down there all night long.
Ooh.
Perfect.
That's what I'm going to call not my problem. Tomorrow will be night owls. It's more fun anyway. I'll see you guys in the evening. And I go up to the room. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep right now.
Okay. Everyone watches as Malachi just walks up there to heading to the stairs that lead up to the second floor where your rooms are. weird side question that I just thought of. Brie, have
Yeah.
you seen the movie Asteroid City yet?
Yes.
Remember?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
I haven't.
Oh.
No.
So there's
I was
this...
thinking about what was the one he made prior to The French Dispatch?
Yeah, that one was good too. But the reason I'm asking is there's this cowboy character who's got a minor role, but he's the only character who, whenever he walks around, you hear the sound of spurs.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear spurs, but you hear spurs with every single step. And I just kind of imagine in my head that's what's going on with Malachi as Malachi's walking around. You just hear that clatter of spurs as they're going up the steps into the second floor.
And since Malachi doesn't have a shirt on, he's just got his gun belt just like out in the open. I'm always flashing my gun, always.
I did take Malachi for a flasher.
Yeah.
I think we all knew that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, what about the rest of y'all?
I'm probably going to follow lead. I'd like to at least try to sleep a little bit before we try to go socialize and sell things, but it's been a night. I want sleep.
Yeah, I definitely agree because we are all fatigued right now, so we do definitely need sleep.
Yeah, Aeden's trying to figure out why she feels so tired because she associate for most of the night.
I love it. Don't we all have the same room? Aren't we all staying in the same room? Or do we have...
I thought we
you
got
get
two.
I think we got 2 rooms.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Well,
it sounds
taking a bed
like
for sure.
everybody's just planning on heading up to bed. You all pass the kids sleeping at the bar. Just make your way up to your rooms. You all can go ahead and give yourselves what's a long rest here in Pathfinder, which is very different from 5th edition. You don't get the same stuff, but I'll go ahead and let you know what you do get.
Oh, is there a
Okay,
button?
so where is... There it is. Okay, so you do have to sleep for 8 hours for the night. Do you take a watch or not? Or do you all just go straight to bed?
I think since we're back at the inn, Draven at least would feel safe enough to let everybody. I think we're all okay resting, but
Yeah, I think
I don't think
watching
Malachi
an inn
thinks
is.
about it.
Yeah, I think watching an inn is pointless.
Yeah,
Fair
Unless
enough.
we're being hunted.
not yet.
Yeah, not yet. But I mean, they'd still have to get through the door, and I feel like we'd wake up if somebody's like trying to bust down the door.
I only get 1 hit point.
Yeah. So here's what you get. Characters regain hit points equal to their Constitution modifier multiplied by their level.
Oh, yeah.
You lose the fatigue condition. You reduce the severity of the doomed and drained conditions by 1. And you spellcasters get your spells back once you prepare them in the morning.
nice.
Other than that, that's really about it.
Mhm.
And I imagine all of you are feeling pretty worn down and exhausted still, even though you are free from the fatigued condition. Still, it's been a day.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you do wake up, and it's right around noon when your group wakes up. The birds are chirping, the sun is shining in your respective rooms. So let's get a better sounding tone. Here we go. As you wake up, how many of you are actually still relatively wounded?
I'm fine.
Any of you? Good.
No.
No.
Then I won't have Yaekaze bandage anybody up.
Yeah, I'm only missing 1 hit point. So
Yaekaze tells you all that that she's gonna take some time this morning or this afternoon, as it was, and just kind of focus a little bit on their magic. So they're gonna stay at the inn while you're all out and about for the day.
it's weird, so I expect it.
But other than that, the day and the town of Woodpine are yours. So now that you wake up in your rooms and have a little bit of rumbly in your tumbly, wanting some breakfast, apart from that, what do you want to do today?
It'd be like mid-afternoon, right?
Yep, it is mid-afternoon. It's exactly, well, it's noon exactly.
Oh, nice.
I don't know about any of you, but I would very much like to sell everything. I know I am very strong, but I am also feeling it.
I see.
It-
Well, you know what they say, no pain, no gain.
Please, I have encumbered now. I'm clumsy. Let me remove this stuff.
Okay, I'll go with Draven to sell stuff because I like money.
Absolutely. While the two of them are going off to sell anything, Maiko, Aeden, what are your plans?
I mean, I'll probably go along, wander around with everybody else. I don't necessarily have anything to sell. I don't really think I can buy much either.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, we'll just all go.
For about it.
Shopping trip.
Heck
Oh,
yeah,
man.
shopping trip.
Insert
All right.
montage here.
Exactly. Well, why don't all of you go ahead and take off 3 copper pieces for your lunch. That way we can just say you all grabbed a bite to eat here at the inn before heading out. There are a few... Yeah?
Is the woman who owns the place working when we get our lunch? Maybe we should check in with her.
Maybe we should
Just to say
let
something
them
at least.
know what's going on.
Absolutely.
Smart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
Because she's like, oh, you guys went in that hole last night and then you didn't come back. And then you just came down the steps and were like, feed me.
Well, when you do go downstairs, she is not the person behind the bar. There is kind of a middle-aged looking man with a very short cropped beard, very dark hair and bright blue eyes. He nods to each one of you as you're coming down, but doesn't really say much to you. However, a few minutes later, after you sit down and eat breakfast, you do see the owner of the inn. I'll remind you, her name is Magaloy. She is a human woman with dark red hair streaked with gray. Very ample chest and very ample arms. She looks like the kind of person who would absolutely club you if you end up fighting in her tavern. And as she approaches you all and she says, "Oh, hey, I was so worried about you all. When you didn't come back in the evening, I couldn't imagine what happened. I asked old Tomlin to sit up and watch and wait for you all, but he's when I woke up and got up this morning, I found him lying there asleep on the bar."
He did very good. He did his job just fine. There was just some slight complications. A lot of tunnel work. I did not realize that your lower part is just quite a little trail.
You know you got a whole catacombs under there.
A whole catacombs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
It's bad.
Yeah.
No, that's deeply worrying.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, I was deeply worried to my core when we were down there. I was bleeding all over the place.
True.
She actually goes and pours a round of ales for everybody and brings them over to the table, sits them down, including one for her. and she sits down at the stool and says, "Well, please tell me everything. Do I need to get the guards here and seal up the tunnel?"
Well, don't get too comfortable. We're actually just about to head out.
But I do think that some extra protection might be a good idea. I think it's a good idea to also keep the opening open, so we can further explore. But you might want to keep watch on there because we took care of immediate threat, but there is a lot undiscovered and down there. Don't want anything crawling up, That's not good.
She takes a big old draw of her tankard as you're telling her this. And, oh, well, okay then. "Josiah!" she yells at the top of her lungs. And the man behind the bar, jumps up a little bit. She calls out, "Run down to the guards and tell them that we need some to be stationed down here immediately. There's a tunnel going under the inn, and according to these Pathfinders, it goes all over the place." Josiah, the guy behind the bar, apparently the barman during the daytime, kind of hastily nods and says absolutely and goes running out of the inn as quick as he can. But, beer belly, all that.
I want to lean over to Draven and say, maybe we should have played our cards a little closer to our chest.
What cards? I don't have any.
Well, you said that you kind of suspected the mayor, right?
I mean, probably, but I you know me. I like to face things head on. I don't like to pussyfoot
I know, and you're
around.
just so dang honest, and that's just so dang cute about you. But maybe next time we'll keep it a little tighter lip.
Oh, okay.
Just think about it. Think about it.
Got it.
All right. Powers that be have been made aware. I'm just saying I don't trust authority, so I don't trust the guard. I think just inherently Malachi's like, oh, we should have played that a little tighter lip so we could explore further.
Understood.
Because if the guard is involved, now they can hide evidence.
Wait, we thought it was the mayor? I thought it was the wizard guys.
It's probably all of them.
It's the whole town.
No, I'm whispering to Draven. Get out of here. I push the fairy away.
Yeah, Magaloy is sitting there listening to this whole thing. I'm just saying.
Well, Magaloy was yelling to Josiah. That's what I'm saying. I lean over to Draven and say this.
Okay, fine. I'll give you a chance here. Roll me a stealth check.
Sure. As soon as I get there. There it is. Roll it. There we go. 21.
Okay, yeah, I'd say that you would have been able to whisper that to Draven without her hearing.
All right. I'm going to teach Draven to not be so good.
Oh, no.
Get corrupted, idiot.
My boy.
That tracks. Magaloy finally turns back to you after yelling at the bartender, and she says, "Okay, well, I'm sure the guards will be here soon. We'll make sure they're standing watch over the tunnel while you're all away. I assume you're all going to go speak to the mayor and let her know what all you found. Is there anything else I can do in the meantime?"
Why don't you just keep some soup nice and hot for us?
Oh, well, we always have that nice and hot. No worries about that.
And now, do we still owe you for lunch? On account of everything you heard?
You know what? Lunch is on me, absolutely.
Yes. I'm going to get so many free things. Okay. Well, I just appreciate that so much, Magaloy, and I miss you too. Let's go.
Let's get.
Let's skedaddle.
Yeah, you do finish your meal and you go making your way out into the town. I know you said you wanted to go to and sell stuff. You do have a few places you can do that at. You've been to you've been to that weird shop. Oh God, I'm blanking on it. Hold on.
While you're looking,
You got Rin's Wonders. You've got Blades for Glades. That's the blacksmith in town. You have Odd Stories. That was the wizard shop that sells books. There's also just, the market itself. You kind of walked through it as you were exploring town the previous day, and it's mostly just an open-air farmer's market type of thing. One part log cabin trading post, part just a bunch of stables and tents. Just a big it's just a big old market filled with pretty much anything adventure gear, stuff like that.
I do need to get my shield repaired. As much as the new one is nice, I'm more comfortable with the one that I made. So.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we could head to the blacksmith. Why not?
Are they selling fresh honey at this farmer's market?
You could absolutely find fresh honey at the farmer's market.
I would like to find some fresh honey.
Okay. Are you going off by yourself while Draven goes to the blacksmith, or are we all just kind of hitting shop by shop?
I'm cool going shop by shop. We're in no rush I mean, we probably are in a rush, but...
You tell me.
I mean, I am not doing any effort to stick with anybody but Draven. So if somebody gets left behind, that's not my problem.
Then I just feel like Malachi and Draven are beelining straight for the farmer's market, or not the blacksmith. And as you're passing the farmer's market, Aeden, you just catch this wonderful, wonderful aroma. It pulls you. That little voice in your head is like, "Ooh, that sounds amazing. That smells so good."
I want to see if Draven notices this. I'm not going to stop them for doing it, but I want to see if he, is it, really obvious, or is it kind of, stealthy?
Yeah, like the fairy just vanishes.
What is your passive perceptions?
Passive perception.
Is that a thing in Pathfinder? I can't remember. I feel like it is.
So it would be 10 plus your perception.
Yeah,
your
modifier.
14.
14. Aeden, what is your passive stealth?
15.
15. So I'm going to say no. You do not. You don't notice at all. Like the both of you are just walking in that direction, and Aeden just drifts away.
It's a lot going on. It's fine.
Aeden, you follow your sense of smell to this little shop where this grandmotherly dwarf is standing there with jar upon jar upon jar of honey. She sees you as you're approaching, and "Oh, it's nice to see you, dear. Welcome, welcome. Come on over. Would you like to try some honey?"
Yes, I could smell it all the way over there. Oh. And I point in the opposite direction that I came from.
Fair enough. She just kind of smiles at you blandly, and she says, "Oh, well, I have these for sampling right now. This is a wildflower honey that we found in the forest. These are cultivated honey. This is cornflower. This is daffodil, and this is cherry blossom."
Ooh. I really like honey. It really makes my antenna go. Can I get one of each?
As a sample, of course. She lets you just take a little stick and sample each one, and they are incredible.
It's so good. Okay. I probably shouldn't get all of them, but I have to get at least one. Aeden is saying all of this outside. This is not inner monologue. This is stream of consciousness.
Well, dear.
And she goes through the notes of everything that she tasted in the honey.
Honey connoisseur.
And then she does go, "What do you think? Which one should we get?"
"Oh, I like the second one. The second one was really good."
Yeah, I don't know about the cornstarch though. I was thinking either the wildflower or the cherry blossom. The cherry blossom was really.
The cherry blossom one was really good too.
All right, we're gonna go with the cherry blossom. Can I get a jar of the cherry blossom honey, please?
The jar of the cherry blossom honey only cost 4 copper pieces. It is a steal.
Right.
Let's go.
She doesn't know what she got.
She collects those 4 copper pieces off of you, hands you a jar of the cherry blossom honey. It's dark. It's almost amber, like reddish yellow in color.
I think it's like at this moment that she's like, "Whoops. It was nice meeting you. I will be back. I gotta go." And she starts like, one of her wings starts going. You know how when you're in a rowboat and you're only rowing one side and you just go in a circle? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what happens because she knows she was supposed to be with the group and, doesn't remember where they are. Like, I think she remembers like where they were gonna go, but it takes her like a good 4 or 5 spins in a circle to get her bearings.
And I can imagine in this big-ass farmer's market, people going left, right, and center, this little fairy holding a jar that's about a quarter of her size, just buzzing around and around. Tinkerbell on crack.
With pure sugar in her hands.
And as we turn away from that boiling pot ready to go over, let's turn towards Draven, Malachi, and Maiko, who have just arrived at the Blades for Glades, and then realize that Aeden's not there with them.
Oh. That's a little fair. You know what we used to do in the orphanage? We used to get these little things of rope, and we would tie them around like little backpacks, and then we would tie string to the backpack so they would be like on a leash.
You're gonna put the fairy on a leash?
I'm gonna put the fairy on a leash.
I see.
I think that is the best mode of action.
At the very least, put some bells on her so we can listen to her.
Oh, I like.
I honestly didn't notice. I opened the door for Draven.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that too. Very kind. Goes in and we'll go to the shop and see what's get there.
Yeah.
Now, Blades for Glades is owned by a tall half-orc man with kind of gray-green skin, with a top knot on his head that's been kind of wound around a few times to keep it out from his face as he's working. You see him, he's actually in the side of his shop that's like half the building is open air, and you can see him standing there working on an anvil, pounding out what appears to be just a long iron rod at this point. It could be a sword, it could be it could be a fire poker. You have no idea, but he's working on it in earnest. And as you all approach, you open the door and then go inside, and you realize, oh, he's right over there, and start walking towards him. He does hear you and turn to look. He says to you all, "Welcome to Blades for Glades. My name's Carmen. What can I do for you?"
Oh, please, no.
No, go ahead. I was just going to ask, out of character, is this the same guy who was here when we were in here questioning him?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to know if I have met him before.
Yeah,
all right, go ahead.
It is the same guy. I forgot that you had been in there before, but oh, I recognize you all. We met the other day. You came down to my to the basement to check out the dirt mound that was down there.
Yeah. It's an ongoing investigation.
So since you're here, I assume you're wanting to go down to look in the basement again?
No, actually, different business. You see, we discovered some stuff, and I may have gotten into a little bit of a tussle, and I would like my shield repaired, if possible. Very sentimental, so I would like to keep it in good health.
I think I can do that. Let me take a look at it.
And he just Lugs the giant coffin shield on
Yeah,
top.
this kind of takes him aback, you know, because it's a coffin lid that's been repurposed as a shield. And he's examining it and, yeah, I can see you've definitely been in some battles since the last time you were here. I could work on this. It'd probably take me a few hours, but I could reinforce things here. Replace this wooden paneling, get some metal in between there. Should make it pretty sturdy. Yeah, I could do this work.
Oh, you'd be a lifesaver. I greatly appreciate it. Also, we would manage to find some weapons as well, if you would like to participate in the trading, the selling. See, just
We gotta offload.
please. There's so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at what you got.
I think inventory-wise, I've got the polished silver shield, which I'm actually considering keeping a backup shield, but I will sell it anyways. I got 2 short bows, a short sword with an emerald, 2 leather armor. Then was there any more? I can't find any more, so I think that might be it.
I think that might be all that we took with.
Yeah, because those were the things we saw with the most amount of money.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, he'll buy everything at all of the things you want to sell him for half of their value. The sword with the emerald, he will buy for the full price. And actually, if you have on your inventory, anyway, so on your character sheet itself, you can also sell things.
Okay.
Like you see, there's a little item that's on the items that you can sell. You see a little thing that has the sell tab on like treasure and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For everything else, I think I would have to drag and drop possibly.
It should mostly, well, I guess other than the weapons,
Yeah, let me.
the other stuff should be under treasure.
Treasure is sold as is, so however much the treasure item costs, that's how much you can get back.
I'm gonna sell him this gold ring.
Did that? No, that did not work. Okay.
How do we go about? I might be missing something. Where do we go to sell again?
It's in your inventory.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it would be under things that are under treasure have the option, but it doesn't look like weapons.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you can sell, because I know there's a way you can do it through Foundry, and I thought you could just do it in the merchant thing. That was the tutorial I watched. But I don't know how to allow you to see that.
Ooh, can I also sell him the gold coins that I got from that statue? Will he pay an equal price for them?
For the gold.
Because I didn't
coins-
know if they were different. Remember the statue had all the
So
gold coins?
yeah, once you examine those, at this, they're just basically gold coins.
Okay, so I can just add them in with my regular gold coins.
You can.
Okay.
I just made it so that you should. Can you see the Blades for Glade shop now? No, still.
No.
That is annoying. Okay. Then I guess I'm just going to do it manually until I can figure this out better. The short sword is worth 5 gold pieces. You can go ahead and sell that. Unless you wanted to keep the short sword with the emerald.
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think anybody wanted or needed it, so we can go ahead
No,
and sell
we did
that.
find a +1 short sword and I took it.
Yeah. How would we go about? Do I just like drop it or
Yeah,
delete it? Or
I'm just going to drag it onto the.
oh,
the thing.
Okay, he's gonna
Yeah,
I forget you have that god powers. You can just go right in there.
just
know,
do it
crazy,
for
right?
me.
Crazy, right? Okay, so there you go. I've got that.
And then I moved the rest into, I think, containers just because I wanted to get it out of there, but it's the leather armor, polished silver shield, and short bow.
Where'd you put that?
There should be down below in the containers. I just moved them down there because I didn't know if that would help, but
Containers.
it did not.
Okay, I see it.
At the bottom.
Yeah, I got it. So, the leather armor is worth 2 gold pieces, so you'd be selling them for 1 gold piece, so that gives you another 2. I'll go ahead and take those off.
So,
the short bow. Short bows are 3 gold pieces, so and you're selling 2 of them, so that would give you another 3 gold pieces.
okay.
Are you keeping the silver shield?
No. Yes, no, I am going to keep it. I am going to keep it because it was a good backup. Because when that one broke and I didn't have one, I was like, oh no, there goes everything that I'm all about.
It's good to have a backup.
That
exactly.
is fair.
So yeah, I think I will keep the shield for now, but we'll sell the rest.
And then the silver bowl you can sell.
Sure.
You're gonna sell that.
Do it.
Yeah, we'll sell it. It's not my god. I don't know you.
Fair enough.
I took all those conductive
was
circuit
worth-
gems. I'm keeping them.
That one actually did automatically, so you gained 5 gold for that one, which
Okay.
is already on your sheet. You can see that now.
Got it.
Is there anything else you're going to be selling?
I think that's everything that we got as far as loot that I'm selling. So I think we're good. I think I'll go ahead and add the 10 coins then from that, and that should be everything.
Okay.
Sweet.
I've also got a commission for you, blacksmith, sir.
Okay, I think I could manage that. What do you got?
All right. I pull my gun from its holster and I spin it around a few times, and then I throw it open and I drop a bullet in my hand, and I show it to him. And I say, "You think you can make a few of these, preferably from lead?"
So for your bullets, you actually have bullets in casings and the gunpowder and all that. You're just wanting the actual lead bullet piece, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need it because I assume I have my own, everything else that I need.
Yeah, you should have.
But I'm
your
running
own,
low on bullets.
You should have your own casings, and you should have at least some supplies for gunpowder making.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of limited on that right now at level 1, unless you've bought some that you didn't tell me about. But you could probably, with supplies you have right now, you could probably make yourself 20 more bullets. I feel like it's
Love
fair.
that. But since I can't craft them myself at my current level, I'm trying to see if he has he may not know exactly what they are or how they work, but if he can make me the pieces, I can put them together.
So you're needing the casing itself made, the piece there, and then you have the chemicals. You're saying,
Yeah, all the science behind it I can figure out. I'm just asking you for your expertise.
Okay. So yeah, I think. Well, let's just say you have 20 casings and you have your gunpowder. You're gonna, if you need me to make more of these casings, this is a very difficult project. Could I do it? Yes. I'll need some time to experiment and play around, because from the way this looks like a mold. Now I could do that. I can make a mold of this and cast them. It's probably going to take me the rest of the day to do that. If I'm also making your friend's shield. So I can...
And what'll it cost me?
It depends greatly on how much you want. Now, you said you need 20 of these of the bullet pieces. That I could cast probably in an hour. That'll run you... let me see here real quick.
So I think I'm getting confused. So if he makes me 20 of the bullet pieces in an hour, can I turn that into 20 more bullets?
Yes, if you went back
Okay.
to the inn and with those bullet pieces and fiddled with your stuff, you'd have enough to put all that together. And that would be
Yeah.
it. It would probably take
So-
you another couple hours to work on that, like some downtime. But you
So
could
the mold he's talking about is if I wanted to make beyond 20 bullets.
Yes.
Okay, I am not concerned about that. 20 bullets is fine for me. I just want you to make this piece.
Okay.
You know, I ain't making it complicated for you. I can do the rest.
Okay. Well, in that case, how much are bullets in this game? Let's see here. I would say that's probably going to run 2 silver pieces.
All right. Got yourself a deal.
Okay. Hours work, I should be able to have those done. This doesn't seem too complicated. Just melt the lead, pour it in a mold. He kind of takes your bullet, takes the lead part out of it, and sticks it in sand to make this. It's actually not
All right.
hard to make a lead bullet.
Perfect. I guess I'll subtract 1 bullet for now.
Yeah. Oh well, you can put it back together again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so an hour later, basically by 4 o'clock this afternoon, you would be done making your bullets.
Nice.
Cool.
After all this. And by that time, your shield should also be ready, Draven.
Okay. Sweet.
All right. Well, in the meantime,
Do I just hit the attempt to repair item button on there?
Let's see here. That one I'm not sure on. I've never done that before.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's try it and see.
Oh, why is it having me roll? Oh, don't do that to me.
I think it's
Oh.
you repairing it yourself.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, 17.
Nice.
You didn't have to
Success!
roll that. It would have been done anyway, but sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
There you go.
So is that how much he repaired it? He repaired it 5 points by 4 o'clock, or does he get it up to max?
It's going to be up to max. You can
Okay.
bring your shield
All
up
right.
to max.
25, because he's legendary, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go ahead and bring your
There we
shield up
go.
to maximum.
All right, I figured it out. We're good. Sweet.
Anybody need to buy anything else?
I'm good.
Do we want to look around now? We have some time, or should spend our time talking and investigating? Right. We're on
Yeah,
mission.
while I got you guys, do we want to think about what we're going to say to the mayor? Do we want to go back and appraise her of the situation, or do we want to, get ready to go back? Oh, we do need to buy some health potions for sure.
True. We can
Oh,
discuss
yeah,
this while we
that's-
go.
That's a good point. We definitely need health.
Yeah.
I think unfortunately we have to at least pretend to adhere to her rules and deliver.
Like, I don't
somewhat
know
of what
why I'm
happened.
suspicious of her, but I am. I
Right?
really am.
I can't explain it. There's something slightly off about
Yeah.
her.
I also do have to get into her mansion again because assuming that I did stand Flora up on a date yesterday, I gotta work my way back into her good grace.
Oh,
So any excuse.
Fair enough.
but
So
I
you-
guess is there anything we want to keep from the mayor when we talk about our explorations, or do we want to talk to that wizard first? Since I kind of had some reason to suspect.
you know what? That's a good idea. We should gather some information and intel from them, and then at least go deliver that we have taken care of the immediate threat. We found the thing that was digging. So, and we took care of it, so it's done at least. But
Yeah.
there's much more to be taken care of. I would think.
Yeah, it's kind of a systemic problem.
Oh,
All right. Maiko, what do you think? You want to go talk to this wizard?
Yeah, because we definitely need to get a bit more information on what's going on, and like, did anybody know about all of that underneath their town? Like, how could they not know?
Resident magic
I
user.
mean, it's true, but how many people are going down into below their city? So I mean, it's possible they probably wouldn't have known that.
I
but-
just feel like there's still when we found the digger, it was being powered by that glass thing in its chest. So it wasn't like it was being powered by like coal or fire or anything that would produce a sulfur smell. Which when we were in the basement here, we smelled sulfur really strong. And there was nothing around, so we knew it wasn't from the blacksmith. I don't know if the digger explains that.
All right, you're so smart.
Oh, you? No, I'm not. But I'm just saying it's not adding up, and maybe this is profiling, but that wizard is a tiefling, and if there's one thing I know about demons, sometimes they smell like sulfur. I'm just saying.
Not profiling, but
I'm not profiling, but I heard in stories that this could maybe be true, and it's worth looking into.
Listen, I refuse to judge somebody based off of their race because I don't know if you can tell. But
I'm just saying, if a man was murdered and you found cute little cat hairs everywhere, you might think it was a tabaxi, huh? Or a cat folk or whatever.
I would never, because I've experienced that. Now, however, if somebody is living in a mansion, that is a different topic. That is worth judging. That is a problem.
Oh, okay. You know what, Draven? I like how you're thinking. Let's get him, not because he's a tiefling, but because he's a rich bastard not paying enough in taxes. Let's go.
Oh, you're 1%? Evil. Get rid of it.
Malachi is rich, but is also an anarchist. I grew up in the lap of luxury.
Draven doesn't know that yet. So
Yeah. I like being like rich trust fund baby turned communist.
So,
all right, we're gonna go to the wizard, I guess. Hopefully, run into Aeden on the way.
oh yeah, we probably should be have our eyes out for.
Well, I imagine by the time you're stepping out from the blacksmith, that's about the time Aeden finally makes their way back to you all. It probably took a little while to remember exactly where it was you had all gone, but, you know, eventually she would have made it.
Still spinning.
No, at this point she wouldn't be spinning. She would be like walking like a normal person.
Oh, that's terrifying.
No, you're gonna get crushed down there.
With this big jar of
Just-
honey.
Yeah.
That's all you see is just the top of the jar. Just like popping.
All right, you want to fashion that leash now or later?
Oh. Discuss later, but
Hey.
oh my god,
I was enjoying a walk in a honey, and hey guys, I was wondering
yes.
when you fought those goblin things, did they have like bombs or anything on them, or small
No.
explosives?
No, they had this little necklace, but
They
no
were
bomb.
extremely well trained in the art of sword-to-sword combat.
Because I was just trying to figure out this sulfur smell. Because I mean, the digger explains like how they're getting under, but you said that there was sulfur. Sulfur tends to be in like small explosives, to keep them kind of
My brain.
contained, and
Oh no.
so So I was just wondering because I wasn't there when you guys fought them, so I wasn't sure if maybe they had anything like that on them,
Yeah,
just to
not
kind of like help get through some foundations.
didn't notice anything like blown out in that way. But it's definitely worth looking into. I like where your head's at. We're actually on our way to go talk to this wizard for unrelated reasons. I mean, completely related reasons. Basically, what you just said.
I mean, sulfur is also a very common magical component, so they
Is
might
there
have
any-
sold
is there
some.
Any other places where sulfur is known to be? You know, perhaps like creatures that smell like sulfur?
Would Aeden know anything like that?
I just want somebody to back me up, so I'm not racist. Because if Aiden's like, "Oh yes, I read in a book," then I'll be like, "See."
This is
Should I-
okay. I will say though, during all that, while Aiden is giving that very valid and smart explanation, suddenly Draven is like, "Wait a second. Malachi took apart the robot, so that means they understand the robot. Oh no, they're also really good at explosives." And slowly, the mayor's picture is turning. No, but he's fighting. He's like, no, that can't be right. No, that's wrong. But the red string is pointing.
Oh my god, the drama that's about to unfold.
Should I roll like society occultism to see if
Ooh, I like
she
that
knows?
one. Yeah, go with society.
Okay.
Ooh,
A 25.
God damn.
good for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just blanked on what I was about to say.
Okay.
Had an Aiden moment. Here Aiden is being mellow and smart and and can be understood.
Absolutely. What was your question again? I'm blanking. Sorry.
Like other like creatures or things that might give off like a sulfur smell, or
Yeah.
like magical effects.
So you're right on the money with magical effects. There's quite a few spells that use sulfur in their components. It's absolutely very often used in blacksmithing. There's a lot of it used for alchemical reasons as well. People making potions and things like that, they also tend to use sulfur as well. Creatures that use sulfur, not really that anything that would come to mind, or at least nothing that's coming to Matt's mind that specifically use sulfur, other than like devils and demons do have a sulfur smell around them, especially like the hells themselves. It are very, very sulfuric and smell like that a lot.
They're very combustible.
Other things also include like hot springs. Hot springs very often smell like sulfur.
Are there hot springs around here?
In this area, no. There really aren't. In the mountains of Morag, absolutely. That's all over the place. But not really here down in Woodpine. That's pretty much what you'd be able to ascertain.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance, yeah. I mean, they do typically have a sulfur smell to them.
Yes.
Just because of where they are from.
Malachi walks away smugly. All right, let's go to the wizard's bookshop.
Okay.
The wizard?
You make your way to the wizard's bookshop. Also, are you able to see the shops now? I changed their settings.
Where would that be at?
I do see a shops tab. In actors, like where you would click on your character sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, now I do.
There's a folder
Yeah,
that
it's
says
there
shops. Okay, now you can actually see
Yeah.
it. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're making your way to the Crow's Cask, which is, or not the Crow's Cask, the damn it, what was the name of that one?
Ren's Wonders?
I lost my stupid thing. Yes, you're heading over to Ren's Wonders. No, that's the resell shop. That's not Odd Stories. That's the one we're talking about. Sorry. You're
That's not showing up in shops. Is it not supposed to?
Yeah, no, because that's the book shop. Those are the actual shops you can buy shit from.
I bought something from the bookstore.
Yeah, but I don't have an actual thing built because
Right.
that's not Pathfinder stuff. But anyway, you head over to Odd Stories, which is the Wizard's bookshop. It is over here. Actually, let me see here on the map. It's actually not too far from the blacksmith. Right here in towards the northern part of town. It's a small little building. It's kind of cute. As you step through the doorway into this very, very cluttered, almost hoarder-style shop, wall-to-wall, just shelves of books. It's almost kind of like a little bit of a maze getting through it. And you see at the very back, you see Tom, who is the proprietor of the store there, sitting at a little kitchenette-style table next to the back counter with a tall man in dark purple robes. He is 100% a tiefling. He has kind of very long ram's horns coming out the center of his skull. His skin is got dusky, kind of crimson, more on the darker side of crimson. His eyes are bright yellow, and he smiles in this very, very coy smile as he and his husband kind of chat and go back and forth. Malachi,
Yeah.
as you see this this tiefling, he kind of reminds you of oh god, what was his name from Debauchery Surface? Mavesies. He reminds you a little bit of Mavesies. That that really
Mavesies
dark
would
red
be
skin.
my step grandfather.
Uh huh.
Papa. No. All right.
He does look a little bit like Mavesies. The horns are quite different, but it's just just kind of gives you that moment to remember your step grandfather.
Oh yeah, he was a good guy. He was around.
He was
Unlike
around.
somebody.
But anyway, as the four of you step into the shop and walk back there, they both look at you, and Tom says to Morblint, who's the wizard, "Oh, those are the guy. Those are the people I told you about. They were in here. They're searching the town for the thieves that have been hitting all the different places, and they're really interested in speaking to you about wards and stuff like that." And the tiefling looks towards you all, and he stands up and gives you a short bow. "Hello there. My name is Morblint. As you know, I am the local wizard here in Woodpine. My husband had told me about you last evening. So I have been expecting you all. Apart from my shop here, as you see, I also do cast spells for people in need. I do sell first and second level spells to any who might need a little assistance. And I can occasionally be convinced to write down a scroll or two if the fancy takes me. But I believe you had some questions about warding and things of that nature."
Yeah, we're actually in town investigating all the breakings-ins that have been happening in people's basements, and we heard you were doing some work helping people out with that.
Well, I was warding the basement of one of our local families. That is true. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. What specific?
Can I convene with the group real quick?
Sure.
So I can remember what we wanted to ask him. So I know we had some suspicions. It was like, is he scoping out the basements, maybe? Like, had he been into any of the places that had already been gotten?
I think, if I remember correctly, he was mostly just anybody that was paying for him too. So I think some places that were, but it was just like anybody that could afford protection. He was going to their basement, so I don't.
But we hadn't been able to talk to him directly about it.
No.
No, because he was actively putting up a ward when we came in last time.
Sure.
Yeah. So do you guys have questions?
Does this smell of sulfur in here at all? He's a tiefling, yes?
He is a tiefling. Make a perception check.
Oh, I forgot to do that.
You kind of, as you're talking to him, Maiko, you kind of move up a little bit and take a few sniffs. You do not smell the scent of sulfur.
Okay, good to know.
Sniff, sniff. Sniff, sniff.
Yes, can I help you? He says as you kind of get close to him.
It's...
You got nothing?
I got. That's all you make.
Why? This is happening.
I was trying to be inconspicuous about it. I wasn't like going up to him and sniffing. I was just standing there, like.
Yeah, you just moved up towards him, and he said, "Yes, can I help you?" Because you moved toward him.
No. I said I wasn't moving towards him.
Well, you have to move at least a little towards him to get a sniff of him.
No, I just meant in general. Does the air have a scent? Not him.
That's why you didn't smell nothing. Do we have any spell scrolls that we need that anybody can think of?
Oh, yeah, we do have.
Yeah, I forgot to check it this morning because I forgot about the scroll.
There's the spell scroll that we haven't identified, but we can also get spell scrolls made potentially. But I feel like we should ask this guy. Everybody had so many questions when the guy was not around.
I know, right?
And now we're all like, I don't know.
Okay,
Performance anxiety.
Yeah.
I do have a spell for that.
Could Tom, could you help me? I tried to figure out what this spell scroll was last night, but my abilities aren't quite there yet. I wondered if maybe you could help us out and maybe show me a technique or two for next time.
Tom says, "Oh yes, my husband could absolutely do that for you." And Morblint says, "I could indeed identify the scroll for you."
I think Yaekaze has it.
I do charge it's actually in the loot bin still. Nobody actually claimed that one.
Oh, shoot.
So we'll just.
I think it was so that I wouldn't forget to identify it, and I did.
Maybe. But it's okay. Morblint tells you that he will identify items for a flat rate of 1 gold piece.
Damn.
Okay.
1 gold piece just to identify it?
A first level spell costs 3 gold pieces. So it's actually
that's to buy it, though.
No, that's for him to cast the spell.
To identify it? Oh, to cast it.
To cast the spell. Just to cast a spell, a first level spell for somebody else, he charges 3 gold.
Oh, okay. So he's casting identify on it.
No, he's not. He's not. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
he's just looking at it, and he's going to attempt to figure it out. And therefore, he's only charging 1 gold piece to identify the scroll.
Gotcha.
So who wants to pay the 1 gold piece?
I did. I paid it already.
Boom. Okay, what you have is a spell of Force Barrage.
Ooh. Is that an occult spell?
An occult spell? No. It is a, I believe it is a Arcana. Yeah, it's an Arcana spell.
I can't use it.
Give it to someone else.
I don't
So-
think any of us can use it.
No, I was about to say, so spell scrolls work differently in Pathfinder than D&D, where you have to have.
Oh,
that
it is.
scroll
It
of
is. It's
magic.
arcane and occult.
Oh, it is occult. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it has the occult tag too.
Hell yeah.
Then there you go. You can absolutely use it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, take it.
Morblant, I do have a question, kind of just about the wards that you've been putting up. We're just trying to gather as much information as we can. Have you put any wards up in basements that have been attacked already? Anybody call you in after the fact?
No, I can confidently say that every place that I have put a ward down has not been hit yet.
Okay, so nobody got attacked and then came up to you and was like, "Can you put a ward up for us?"
The individuals that have requested that I ward their basements have only done so after several of these robberies took place.
Another question: what kind of wards are you putting up? Like, is it just protecting against physical entry? Is it protecting against magic?
More about physical entry than anything else. I won't bore you with the details. They are long and complicated. But in a nutshell, I'm crafting a ward that makes it resistant to permutation, and also includes an alarm that would go off if said ward was breached.
Oh, sounds very impressive. How many have you put up? I mean, how many homes have you put them up in?
He kind of seems resistant to answering that question directly. You can go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Can I attempt to assist?
You can attempt to assist this first. You're going to make the same persuasion roll. You got to beat a 20, and if so, then they will gain assistance.
I will attempt it if I can find persuasion.
Is that
It's
society?
diplomacy.
Oh, yeah. Let's go diplomacy. Sorry.
Diplomacy?
I was playing 5th edition earlier today. It's still
I
in
got
my
a 20.
brain.
I got
Nice.
20.
So you can you get a +1 on this roll, Draven.
Just 13.
Well, 14.
Oh, no, I already
No.
put it on, so.
Damn
Still,
you.
13 isn't too bad. Morblant says to you, well, so far I have put up 4 wards since since this began. I would prefer not to name drop if it's all the same to you. However,
No.
if you think about it very carefully, you can probably guess the 4 locations.
Of course.
And I bet you make a pretty penny on each of those, huh?
The arcane is a difficult task, and these spells are quite intricate. In fact, they take a few days to set up, so I am compensated for my time and magics.
Makes sense. You're doing a labor. You should be paid for
handsomely.
the labor.
But I do not charge a massive amount. I could charge much, much more than I do, but these are my friends and neighbors, and he kind of leans in a little bit. For those who could not afford that service, but still requested, would I give a discount? Probably. We are neighbors after all.
You are a good
But so
person.
far, I have been paid in full. And he kind of gives you one of those knowing winks and taps his nose.
Okay. Don't like that. Look,
Draven just
we're staying in the
Drugs.
we're staying in that inn. That what's her name, Magalore. Is that right?
Yeah, the Crow's Cask.
Yeah, we're staying in the Crow's Cask, and I was kind of worrying about the safety of it. So if we were to put down for that, what would that cost?
He looks you up and down. I would have to receive permission from Magaloy herself if she wished to.
Price it out right now. I'm not buying anything. Just seeing if it's feasible.
He thinks about that for a moment. Give me another diplomacy check.
Sure, why not? 21. I'm rolling good. For now.
He says to you, let Magaloy know that if she wishes me to set up a ward, I would be willing to do so for 50 gold pieces. However, if anyone else asks about that number, I will say I have no idea where you got that from.
Understood. I mean,
Well-
I can't have everybody come banging down my door.
Since he's really close to me, can I smell him if he smells like sulfur?
Perception check.
We kept leaning in. So.
Yeah, no, definitely.
21 again.
21 again. You,
What's he smell like?
He smells like clove and citrus, but not sulfur.
All right. Okay.
He definitely has body oil on.
Yeah, he's lathering up for sure. No, he probably just hasn't been in I don't know, hell for a long time.
Or ever.
Or ever. All right. Well, it's good talking to you. Can I smoke?
I actually have one last question.
Certainly.
I set my jar of honey down, and I pull out the book from my bag.
The book.
Okay.
Their book.
Their book.
Their book.
Their book. Okay. So I'm very curious. I got to page 117, and I need you to explain how this works. And I show him the smut scene.
Where they're bending at impossible angles.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. And there's like a little there's a little Kama Sutra illustration that those really bad ones where it's really just stick figures, but the way that they're just overlapping just makes no sense on how it could ever work.
Oh no.
And the response you get involves a little bit of rope and pulley and angling in a very specific way before turning.
Aiden is taking notes, analytical notes.
Malachi grabs this book and looks at this page. He's like, what is this? But it's like stick figures. Oh.
It's not really stick figures, but it's still not super detailed where the overlaps just don't look. It's you don't know where one begins and the other ends. There's some really bad Kama Sutra illustrations out there.
There really are.
Yeah.
There really
This
are.
reminds
They
me,
don't
I think
work.
we're supposed to go talk to the mayor.
Yes.
Well,
You guys go right ahead.
as you say that, and Morblin's like, then I suppose I do not need to show you the proper way to hang a swing, but that's all right. We'll
do
talk
you
about
sell-
that another time.
Is that? Do you sell that too?
Well, no, but you can
Oh, okay.
get the rope necessary at the farmer's market.
You said it was okay if I smoke in here, right?
I did
Oh my
not.
God.
No, you may not smoke.
Okay. All right, I leave.
I like to imagine Malachi like lighting up as he's walking out the door, so
Yeah,
he's
I would-
still technically in.
I like to imagine that Malachi's doing that, and just in that moment, Morblint uses prestidigitation to stop it from lighting and for
Yeah.
the flame to go out.
Mhm.
I keep lighting another match. Like, what the hell?
And he's just like following you out the door.
I keep the door open, and as soon as I step outside, I stop and I light up.
And he does it one more time just for good measure.
I hate this sound, honestly.
Um,
No hospitality.
once everybody's gone from the shop, I do actually want to talk to Morblint and talk.
Yes, my dour friend. What can I do for you?
Okay, so one, I would like to compliment you. Your prose and use of certain verbs were quite impressive. I very much enjoyed a lot of what I was reading. I learned a lot, but I'm very curious. So I know that you two are together, and this is really embarrassing, but how does one go about courting? You see, it's not something I'm quite familiar with. So I don't know how you would go about doing something like that.
And
Draven meets one gay man, and it's like, how did you do it?
Honestly, I feel like the two of them just sit Draven down there at that Chinet and have a nice long conversation over tea. About
Meanwhile, we're all sitting outside like, come on.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I smoke my cigarette and then I'm gone. I'm going to the mansion.
That's fine. I'll join in a second.
I just kind of see the like that scene from Cowboy Bebop while all the characters are leaning against the walls while they're all smoking.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
I know. I need to get somebody else addicted to cigarettes before the campaign's over.
So yeah, they talk to you about giving gifts
Sure.
and flirting and chatting up and that sort of thing, and give you a nice like fatherly chat about the whole subject.
Wonderful. Thank you for your time. I've learned so much. Oh my goodness! He's just reeling as he thanks and leaves.
As you're leaving, Morblint pats you on the back and says, "Do not forget the most important thing: lube up regularly."
Understood.
I thought it was be yourself, but you know.
And that's where we're going to go on break, I think.
You really said keep it moist. You know? Keep it moist.
Moist.
Keep it moist. It's important.
Absolutely.
So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, folks, as my cast here goes and takes a cold shower. And when we return, we are gonna find out what happens when they all go talk to the mayor.
You know what I learned today?
Howdy, everybody. We are back. It's getting weird over here on the Æther-Tech Wars, but that's okay. That's how we do. Our Draven has just left the bookshop, which is called Odd Stories, and I imagine, Draven, your skin is kind of gray, but it's maybe a little bit red in the cheeks as you're walking out?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That is fair. But, what's the plan from here, everybody? Where are you going next?
Well, we gotta update the mayor, because this could be a bigger problem than maybe we're equipped to handle, unless.
Mhm.
Also, because we want to get paid.
True.
Okay. Well, you start making your way over to the mayor's house, which is actually over on a hill overlooking the rest of the town, next to the the logging and the giant wheel and the log flume. So you start making your way over there, and when you when you arrive, that same guard is there, standing in front of the gate, arms crossed around their chest, got a crossbow on their back, and they as you're approaching, they do see you and say, "Oh well, you're back. You were
Yeah,
here yesterday."
I suppose you probably heard about what happened down at the inn, huh?
There have been some talk going on right now that you all disappeared down there, and something about tunnels and stuff like that.
Well, that's right. And we came to update the big one, you know, the big house.
Well, the mayor is not here at the moment. She is actually down at the market. If you'd like, you can wait for her here, or you can go find her yourselves.
I look at the crew. What do you say?
I mean, it depends. How long do you expect her to be at the market?
I think I'd kind of like to catch her at the market.
Yeah, the guard just kind of shrugs.
I mean, I think it depends on how much you want to talk about in a public space.
Although, how much? Oh no. Okay. Draven doesn't know how to do this like stealthily, so he's just like looks, like raises his shield to whisper to everybody
Okay.
else.
All right, I lean in behind the shield, make it very obvious.
Completely inconspicuous.
Completely.
Yeah.
I mean, how often would we get the house to ourselves without her? That might help with some.
Draven, I like where your head's at.
What's your
All right.
passive stealth, Draven?
Oh no. It's 11.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
feel like he's actively trying to be stealthy, and we get to roll for it.
I don't.
No, you think he's
That's-
actively being stealthy? He tried to whisper.
I did.
Honestly, the guard just like he's just standing there. He's oblivious to this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Look at the guard. Oh man, what are we gonna say to get in there?
I mean, he offered.
He offered for us to stay and wait. Yeah, I think we actually like to wait inside. My feet hurt.
Plus, don't you have a date with the mate? Oh shit! Sorry.
Listen, I don't know what I have with her right now, but I'm about to find out. So let's go.
This the dwarf does hear and just kind of has an eyebrow raised and is like,
Well, I guess
"Right."
if you already know, I don't suppose you know if Flora is working inside. She's one of the maids.
I imagine so. They're usually that. Honestly, all of the staff live here, so most likely.
All right. Well, after you, kind sir. Please.
He kind of sighs a little bit and unlatches the gate and escorts you all towards the house. After knocking on the door, sure enough, it is Flora that actually opens the door. She's a short human woman, kind of skinny and waifish, short black hair, bright blue eyes, and as she opens the door and looks at all of you, she kind of does a double take real quick and is like, "Oh, hello, I'm sorry, the mayor's not here at the moment." And then the guard just immediately cuts in. "I know that. They're here to see the mayor. They're going to wait. You can just take them over to the waiting room, and they can wait. They said they'll wait for the mayor to get here." "Oh, but I don't know when she'll be back. She didn't say. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure she'll be back anytime now. And the girl just kind of does this, I guess, shrug, and says, "Very well. Please come in. Clean your shoes, and then you can follow me." She doesn't seem to really do anything beyond that, although there is a little bit of redness in her cheeks.
So she doesn't seem actively angry at me for standing her up.
I mean, I will say, with the rumor of us just going into a hole in
she
the
knows.
basement and vanishing, I'm sure.
In the clear, yes.
If you like, you can make an insight check.
Yeah, I want to make an insight check.
Do it.
Insight would be perception.
Yeah, perception,
Okay.
right, sorry.
Thank you. 24.
Oh.
All right, I'm reading her body language. I want to know what she's thinking.
I should not play 5th edition and Pathfinder in the same day, I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah, with your 24 perception, you see her, her eyes are kind of purposely avoiding you, Malachi. Like she's looking any direction but yours.
Is that, with the 24,
Yeah.
is that because she can't stand to look at me because she's angry, or because
Actually,
she's into
she looks more embarrassed. Like you
Okay,
definitely see an
okay.
embarrassed look in her face. She doesn't look mad. In fact, it's more like she's purposely trying to avoid looking at you right now.
I can work with that. All right. Malachi smiles to himself.
Yeah, she also, with your 24, I'll also say that she definitely seems to be, withholding. She's just going about her duties right now.
Very professional.
Yeah, very, very, very much. I'm doing my job here. I'm not looking at this dude. I'm just doing my thing. I got to do my job. So that's kind of what you got with your 24.
Right.
Eventually, she waits as you all clean your shoes and whatnot. She looks at you, Aeden, and says, "Would you like me to carry your jar of honey for you?"
She looks down at the honey. Looks up.
It's okay if you want to hold your honey, Aiden.
I think I want to keep my honey.
All right.
Okay.
Aiden was struggling with how do I be polite and keep what I want.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. Flora just kind of nods and says, "Oh, okay, well, right this way, please, right this way," and leads you into the mansion. You're led along a similar path the last time you were here, only this time you are led to a door about 4 doors down in the hallway where the mayor's office is. You're brought into a small room. It's nicely furnished. It has a fireplace, it has 2 couches, a few chairs along the edges of the walls. It's more of an interior building. There's no exterior walls here, so there are no windows or anything like that. Instead, there are several large tapestries on the walls. One depicting a lovely mountain scene, one depicting warriors fighting amongst themselves. You see that there's there's some nice vases on the fireplace, one filled with flowers. There's a small bric-a-brac chest, or that just one of those standing what's the word I'm looking for? Just a standing cabinet that has little statues and figurines in it, that sort of thing. Yeah, curio cabinet. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Off in towards the very back. Flora stands to the side of the door as you're all walking in, and she's nodding to each of you. Malachi, she doesn't really.
I would try to delay to be the very last one.
Okay.
Just kind of take a little while taking my shoes off, or
Yeah.
make an excuse.
Yeah. And she's she actually as you're the last one making your way in, she's already turned and is looking at the rest of you, saying, gesturing to just, it looks like a large rope hanging from the ceiling. She says, this here rings a bell in the servants' hall in case you need anything. I believe there's going to be a guard waiting outside the door for you in case anything else you might need. If you can just summon me with this, or if you'd prefer, you can ask whoever ends up waiting out in the hall. Hopefully the mayor isn't too long. I'll probably send somebody down to let her know you've all arrived. Do you have any other questions before, or can I get you some refreshment before I leave?
Some tea would actually be very nice. I would greatly appreciate that.
Absolutely. I'll be happy to send in a tea service in a few minutes. Other than that, I wish you all a good day, and if you need anything else, don't hesitate to ring.
I ring the bell.
So you just, as she's turning to start leaving, you walk
Yeah,
over. And
she's trying to swerve me. She's trying to just get away. Oh, so I ring the bell. I need you right now.
Well, I can't hear the bell if I'm already here. Well,
I thought it was like a bell. Okay. Flora, I'd feel real bad if I wasted your time.
Oh. She looks confused for a moment, then she says, I'm so sorry. I wasn't able, I'm sorry I wasn't able to meet you yesterday. I got just too busy here at work. So many things came up, and the mayor just needed me all throughout the evening, so I wasn't able to come to the inn. I'm really sorry.
I don't blame you. I was just hoping that it wasn't because of anything I did.
No. I just had too much to do last night. Just far too much to do.
Well, hopefully your workload's a little lighter tonight.
She kind of chuckles a little bit at that. I certainly hope so.
Me too. And then I turn and I sit down.
And she.
No pressure.
Yeah, she'll just make her way out.
I look at Draven and I give him a thumbs up. I was like, yeah, she wants me.
Okay.
I want to roll insight. I know that during that whole thing to see how actually interested she is. Or
Yes.
Go for it. Roll that.
I could be reading this totally wrong.
Yeah, roll that perception check.
Perception. Okay. 18.
18. You kind of get the sense that she was definitely just oh yeah, I had to work all day today. I was not able to come. You kind of get that vibe.
That with my 24 earlier.
I mean, that's not what you were looking for.
That's not what you were looking for.
Oh,
I was trying to read her body language, but yeah.
Oh, buddy, Draven pats you on the back. It's okay. Come close.
Aw. I look at Draven's face. Be real with me. You can tell me. I can take it.
Maybe she's not quite ready for someone as exciting as you. You are like a sun. You shine so brightly that it can be very intimidating. So.
You're right. I keep looking for good girls, and I need to find a bad one. And I lean back and I light a cigarette.
I awkwardly go stand and stare at the curtain. Yeah, and I'll do the trick.
I was waiting for you to say the curtain.
Yeah, what are you looking at the wall?
Just staring at the edge of the tapestry.
The craftsmanship is
Of this thread,
craftsman.
the thread work.
The problem is I'm too egotistical. I can't have my feelings hurt. It's impossible. I'm like, we'll try another one.
Well.
I'll try another one.
Yeah.
It's like a cigarette. There's always one more left in the pack.
There's always one more. Somebody else will catch my eye.
And as you're thinking that, sure enough, the door opens a few minutes later to reveal a young dwarven man with a bit of a scruffy, patchy beard, dressed in livery, carrying a tray with a tea service and 4 cups.
Is he hot?
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
He's not bad. He's got some rugged, boyish charm for a dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice and tight, nice and fit. And he comes over and places the tray down and asks if anyone would like him to serve.
Yes, please. Actually, that would be wonderful. I appreciate this.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love a cup.
Yeah. As he's doing so, I would like to actually introduce myself and try to.
So what is your name, young tea gentleman?
It's true.
Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. My name is Wilhelm.
Wilhelm.
Oh, lovely. That's my grandfather's name.
Or was it?
all?
It's not a common name. It's surprising to meet somebody that knows somebody of the same name. He's saying this as he's pouring tea and passing it out to everybody.
So, I'm curious, how long have you worked for the mayor? I'm sure it's quite exciting here.
It has its interesting days for sure. I've only been working here for about 6 months myself.
Oh wow, only 6 months. So, what brought you here? Is it just for this job or other things?
My parents my parents work in as foresters here, and I've lived here most of my life. And this when the job opened up, my pa said that I should apply. It's a good job. It's a little bit better than running around the forest all day, and I get to wear a nice clean uniform all day. It's quite nice.
It suits you, and I must say your craftsmanship with this tea is quite good. You're very delicate with it, and brings out all the aromatic flavors. I enjoy that.
I hate what you're doing right now. I feel like Malachi's watching because you're doing the exact same compliment I gave to Flora.
Hey, where do you think I learned it from?
I'm just
I learned it from you.
all right. But I want to see if it works for you.
Actually, Draven's being a little sneaky about this. I'm trying to gather intel right now.
Yeah.
Okay, you're trying to gather intel here.
I am. I'm trying to butter him up a little bit, so warm him up so he'll be much more open to talking about the mayor. Because if he's been here for 6 months, that means he doesn't really have extreme close ties to her. It's just a job at the moment. So.
Mm-hmm. But it also means he has a lot to lose.
True. So.
So I think what you're going to try to do is you're going to be making a diplomacy check for me.
Wunderbar.
Make this one blind. Okay. And you're throughout your conversation, he seems receptive in a polite, professional kind of way. He definitely seems as he's chatting you up and passing out the tea, he accepts your compliments and that sort of thing. But his questions are very, very, or the answers to your questions definitely end up on more the vague side. But if you have any questions, you can ask, if you have a specific thing you want to know.
I guess I'm very curious. The mayor, the owner of this house, she has a lot of collectibles. It's very interesting.
seems she has a lot of really unique interests. I'm curious what she's like in the, when she's not performing as mayor.
Oh, she's a stern but fair woman. She's well loved by the people here. She definitely has a lot of interests, but does not really share them with me. I'm, of course, just the help. But
No,
she is well admired here in the community.
So I've heard. Actually, I think I've heard that exact same thing before. Very well loved, stern. It's very, a lot of the same things. But I understand. She's probably like that with everyone.
As in the time that I've known her, she's always been the same. What were you saying, Malachi?
Well, earlier I said never just the help.
Exactly. Like,
Sell yourself short.
Wilhelm, I do appreciate this. This has been lovely. You did not have to stay and chat with us, and I'm very appreciative of it. I have learned much.
He gives you a short bow and says, "If you have any other requirements, don't hesitate to ring the bell, and one of us will be along shortly." Before, yeah.
You know our contract for this job. What does it say that we actually have to do?
Let's pull that up.
I'm pretty sure it was just like stop the stuff, or find out.
Yeah,
what
I
it is.
think it was just gather information.
Because I feel like we could, when the mayor comes in, we could sell to the mayor that we've done our part. We should get paid, and now it's her responsibility to send some guys down there.
That's kind of what I was thinking. We've
Yeah,
accomplished what was actually originally tasked of us.
Yeah, I'm like,
now.
what do you want me to explore your freaking catacombs? I'm not dying in no hole in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Nope. You want me to do that? I mean, if she
gotta go
wants
back
us to do that, she's got to contract us again.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like she's got to pay me a lot of money. Put my life on the line.
So So just so you know, what the specific contract says is that she is looking. She is paying for a speedy resolution to the issue of the thievery.
mhm.
What she specifically told you is she she wants to find out who the thieves are, where they're from, and stop them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And in fact, you guys kind of questioned her about that, and was like, "Okay, do you want us to capture people and bring them back, or do you want us to just wipe them all out?" And she kind of gave you the sense that, while if you did capture anybody and bring them in for questioning, she would accept them. But if also they just all happen to
disappear,
that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
But it is specifically for the resolution of dealing with the thieves.
I still feel like she's got a responsibility to send some guards to help us, at the very least.
Or at least let them do like their own investigation. Like,
or just let her know that we were in over our head and need a little bit of backup if we are to go in again.
Yeah,
it's a much bigger problem than we thought.
But I'm not going to go in from a position of weakness and say I was in over my head.
Oh, absolutely not. We
No.
we had this
No,
completely under control.
Yeah, I'll go in and I'll say, hey, well, this is a big job, you know?
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than we thought it was going to be.
We're not getting paid enough for what needs to be done.
Yeah, exactly. This is a big job. We need more manpower, and we need more money.
Or if nothing else, she could supply us with some health potions, in the very least.
Yeah, we need supplies.
Speaking of...
Speaking of...
I was just gonna, I kind of wanted to do, there's nobody in the room with us, correct? It's just us?
Not right
Is
now.
Maiko gonna Maiko?
Maybe. Is there... Do I notice any, little coin purse or anything that may, I don't know, a chest or anything like that would maybe hold some coin?
I mean, you're just wanting to search the room? Is that what you're wanting to do here?
Yeah, kind of just, kind of walk around, maybe kind of, see a drawer, just kind of casually peek in, not nothing too obvious.
Well, that is another perception check.
Well, she's doing this actually. I think I would like to, because I'm curious about, because there's so many random collectibles. If there's something that like reeks of occultism and things like that, like not just these are collectibles. I want to see if there's something more darker inlaid with them.
You can make an occultism check as you examine the little statues in the curio. With your 16, Maiko, you're examining around the room. I described it previously, like a couple of couches, a table in the middle of it, a curio cabinet. There's the fireplace with the vases. The vases look kind of expensive, like they're probably worth a good amount of money. The items in the curio cabinet, there's like 24 little miniature statues and figurines in there. I don't want to describe all of them because it's not really important. But some of them do look valuable. Some of them look like they could be worth like good 5, 10, 20 gold, depending on who you sold them to. Like some of them look as though they're made of silver. Some are made of ivory. Others made of like jade or other crystal. So you do see that. You do not see, there's like no chest of drawers, there's no like treasure chests or anything like that. But I imagine you're kind of thorough and you do kind of search through the couch a little bit, stick your hand down the crack, rummage around, and you actually do find a small purse that contains a mixture of 20 copper coins and 10 silver pieces.
Somebody else
Okay.
lost their money.
I mean, it's in the couch cushions. Nobody's gonna miss that.
True.
But I don't know. I guess I thought there's like like a desk or something in there too that possibly could.
I think we're in like a waiting room.
Yeah, that's
So-
literally what you're in, is a waiting room.
Yeah.
But if everybody's walking
Okay.
around touching stuff, Malachi's gonna walk around smoking and picking things up and flipping, just
And
careless.
also, just for shits and giggles, can you just throw me one of the random more expensive figurines? I don't care which one. I'm just kind of, as I'm looking, like grab one, throw it in my pocket.
Yeah. So
Brave.
here,
Brave.
here's my question. You kind of go over and you're examining the curio cabinet, and Draven is there next to you. Draven, none of them specifically jump out at you as being occultic in nature. Although one in the back does have like a depiction of a wizard holding a staff and an orb. They're honestly they're literally just collectible figurines. You're looking at this woman's precious moments collection.
The
Essentially.
urge to break them just really hit. But
Yeah.
I had war flashbacks.
But Maiko, you can see one that's it's a little piece of that made of jade. It's got some silver inlay in it, and it's kind of tucked away in the back. So you're like, I bet if I took that, nobody would notice.
Yeah, that's what I'd want. One that's inconspicuous, not gonna be immediately obvious.
Yeah, absolutely. You can grab that and stick it in your pocket. So you just put down that you have a jade figure inlaid with silver. It's you estimate it's probably worth about 10 gold.
If Malachi sees Maiko do it, he just smiles at her.
And I imagine you continue on waiting. Here's my question: how long would it take for you to get bored and decide
Immediately?
You don't wanna, yeah, because that's what I was wondering. Like, how long would you actually wait here before getting fed up?
I mean, Maiko's already stealing stuff. I think that means that they're bored.
Yeah.
Real quick though, how do I add an item? I don't see where to add item.
Hold on here.
There is
There's a little plus. In the
so under
different
treasure,
categories.
you just hit the plus button and it'll create a new item. And then you have to
Pajamas.
go into the, there's an edit button. So at the far right, it says delete. And then the next one, the one next
Says
to it is
edit.
the edit. You can change the name.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
price.
Thank you.
Now that Malachi knows Flora's not interested, probably about 20 minutes before I don't care about being here anymore.
Okay.
Puppy.
Because yeah, at about 20 minutes time, I feel like you're just starting to get fed up, Malachi. The mayor hasn't shown up yet.
We should have just run into her in the market. Like I was saying, we could have got her out of her, out of her element, caught her off guard, hit her with some questions.
I do apologize. I was trying to follow your lead, but it would
No,
appear I
Draven,
am not good
it's a
at
good
this.
idea. I'm just getting a little antsy, It was a good
Mm.
idea.
I mean, perhaps somebody who might be
Unless
better can
somebody-
go to the restroom and then maybe not go to the restroom.
You're right. We're not being nefarious enough.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out things I think you would like.
I look at Maiko. Yeah, Malachi's excited again. I look at Maiko. What do you think about a little stealth mission?
I'm down.
Yeah. All right. So there's somebody right outside the door, isn't there?
There is.
And there's only one door in and out of here.
There is only one door that goes in and out.
So you might have to use the bathroom thing. It's been a while.
Oh,
I mean, it's been what, hours? So we probably got a piss.
It's been 20 minutes.
I know. I'm making.
It's been 20 minutes.
I'm making it quick.
That's Aiden time right there.
That's
I
fair.
know.
That's fair.
That's why I look at Aiden. It's been like hours, so somebody's got to go to the bathroom, right? Somebody, maybe all of us. But it wouldn't make sense for all of us to go, so.
Oh man, I did have that whole glass of ale before we left.
Yeah, that's true. So I think Maiko has good stealth. I've got a +6 to stealth,
Better than mine.
but I don't know if I'm a good one to do this mission. I can't be quiet.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. It's like I have gun.
The invisible spurs strike again.
Yeah,
Have gun, will travel.
it's a good show.
It is. But what are you trying to do here?
So Maiko, you were looking for like a desk or something, so maybe let's try to find an office.
Yeah, for sure. Let's
All right.
we'll
let's
go to
me
the
and-
bathroom,
yeah, me
but
and Maiko are gonna have to-
accidentally end up in the office.
Exactly. All right. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
I open the door.
Okay, you open the door and you see a young human man, well, not young-ish, I would say, middle 30s or so, standing there, ruddy red beard, typical guard's uniform, not really armed other than a sword at his side. He's just kind of leaning there against the wall, opposite the door, kind of has a bored expression on his face, but the moment you open the door, he looks up and actually stands up.
Actually had a lot of ale before we came, and I got a piss.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you, where's the toilet?
Could you direct us to the restrooms, please?
No, I can't.
So you want me to piss on the rug? Is that it? Because I gotta go.
I mean, that's
Look,
between
we just
you
got
and
him
the
litter
mayor.
trained.
Uh,
Sorry, I had to.
He gives you a kind of a sour look, and then he says to you, if you need anything, pull the rope. The staff will come and help you out.
How is the staff going to help us be?
Sorry, I'm losing it.
He just
All
kind
right.
of shrugs.
All right. I ding the bell.
You ding the bell, and about 5 minutes later, like I imagine you're just standing there with the door still open.
I'm just so stunned at how rude this is.
Direct eye contact, staring as pulling the rope. Just
Yeah.
like,
I want to stand there and look at him, pull the rope, and then like stare at him while I'm waiting for them to come. Like,
Yeah,
mhm,
and,
like, that's what you
and
want.
the guard kind of just leans back
just-
a little bit.
I let
And
it
just
sugar.
just to bring home the point, I'm kind of doing the potty dance a little, just a little bit, like just shifting, like I got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make a. No, I don't know. Is there? Yeah, give me a diplomacy, or not a diplomacy, a performance check or a deception check, either or.
Ooh. I got +6 performance. One of us help the other.
Hold on a second.
I mean, my deception's the same too.
Well,
+6.
because
Hmm.
I don't know if this will work or not. I don't know if this is something that's more for whenever like we're in battle, but I have fascinating performance. When you
What is it?
perform, compare your results to the will DC of the one observer. If you succeed, the target is fascinated by you. It is for 1 round.
I mean, that,
it's a-
while technically that is something you would do in combat, you could still do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like would that help? That
He's
probably
so
would help.
fascinated by the moves of your body dance.
the mesmerizing piss dance.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
are you
allow
doing
it.
like an actual dance, right? Okay, so can I just help then? What's
Yeah,
your deception?
you could attempt to help if you wanted to help.
This would be a performance, though, right?
Yeah, performance.
Yeah, if you're doing that, yeah. But Malachi is wanting to help you,
That's a 20.
so
that
that is
+1.
a success. So you get to add a +1 to this roll, Maiko.
Okay. God dang it, 12.
With the
That
same bonus.
sucks.
Wow, that's rough.
I know. I gotta start just rolling these checks instead of helping. I get just 20 every
Dude,
time I help.
I'm sorry, but like, does my fascinating performance, does that help any though?
I mean, I would have. It would have made the DC. It did make the DC a little lower. I will say that. I did take into account when I was considering the DC for this, but unfortunately, a 12 just isn't really enough to motivate this guard to do anything more. He seems to be standing there waiting. He's watching. It's fascinating.
Damn it.
It's
I tried, guys.
It's
yeah.
a fascinating potty dance.
It is a fascinating potty dance, but it's a potty dance, and it only takes about 2 minutes before that same servant Wilhelm shows up. Comes and walks up, and as he's walking down the hall, like the guard calls out, "Wilhelm, they need to go to the bathroom." And then he
Thank
turns
God
to you
you're
and
here,
says,
Will.
"There, I helped."
Yeah, I can tell why they pay you so much.
My
I bet you
job's
did real well in school too.
my job's to guard, not to take people to the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you could have just told us where it was, and we could have.
Yeah, no, we can't let you walk around unescorted.
All right, bye. I walk over to Wilhelm.
You walk over to Wilhelm, and Wilhelm does lead you to the privy, which is a couple doors down. Literally, like 2 doors down.
He could have watched us walk in there.
You're right, he could have.
All right.
Wilhelm walks you in and opens the door and shows you it's a latrine. It's nothing fascinating. Do the two of you go in there together?
Yeah. All right, thanks, Will.
Why not?
Okay. You both go into the latrine together. It's not big. I mean, it's literally just a seat, a box, and underneath the box there's a pot, a chamber pot.
Is there? Are there any small exits from this room, with which a fox could fit through?
I was about to say, yeah, is there any convenient box size
like,
holes?
They gotta air this room out somehow. Nobody wants this.
There's actually one that's in the shape of a fox, just
Just
conveniently.
conveniently right there.
I'm thinking about in a movie, the vent, you know?
Mhm.
Like, vent out.
Like, yeah, sure, why not? There's a little hole that
Yes.
in the ceiling, and there's a grate over it, and it's just a hole that goes straight up to the ceiling.
All right. What do you think? You think that's gonna be worth it?
I look up. Why not? I poof into fox form, and I guess.
I live through.
I guess.
Standing
like,
up.
and right as I shift, I stand up. I do the really cute, put my little fox arms up. Like,
Yeah.
Uppies.
Okay.
We're bonding.
Okay. Yeah. You climb up on the on the. There's like a table with a water basin and a water pitcher there, and you have to climb up onto the to the toilet, then onto the basically the sink, and pull open the grate. It takes you about a minute. You have to like get a dagger and kind of wiggle it underneath the thing to pop it open, but it's nothing I need you to roll for. You then can look up, and it's sure enough, it's a vent. It's just a little round hole that you could fit in. That seems to be going directly up. Just up.
But it might open other rooms. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up and see what I can find.
Give me an athletics
See where
check.
it leads.
Ooh.
And I do see somebody redeemed advantage for me. So
lovely. Yeah.
I love that.
So you've got advantage on that. Go ahead and take that roll.
So, okay, for this one, I do see a toggle says keep higher, keep lower. I would do the keep higher for advantage, yes?
Yes. However, make this a... Never mind. You rerolled.
Crap, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You were too late.
Yep.
Too
So that's a 25.
Jesus.
Everybody else pretend you didn't see that.
I hope you rolled good.
Gee, I hope I rolled really well too.
Right.
I can't see
What
that.
happens?
Well, since you don't know the number, you just fall on Malachi's face. No.
Oh no.
No. It's kind of a tight fit, so you're basically John McClaning your way up into the vent. It goes up for about 5 more feet or so, and it's very, very dark. You have low light vision, if I'm remembering correctly, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so there is at least a little bit of light coming from the hole beneath you, and you continue to wiggle and eventually get up to the very top of it, and you see that it does have a junction that's it's a T-junction, so it goes right and left.
Okay.
As soon as Maiko is in the hole, I actually do go piss. And he's just like, oh. Finally.
Fair enough.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the left. Why not? Let's do left.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's opposite the way you walk to get to this area. So that would be. So if you were to go right, you would.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah, you would go back.
Okay, yeah, I definitely want to go the opposite way. So yeah, left.
Okay. You start wiggling your way along, and you move very, very slowly. It's a tight fit, but you are a slim fox, so you are able to continue on your path. There's just enough light up ahead. Like, some parts are really super dark, but then you see, in a little bit of a ways of a distance, a light. You start moving towards it, and you get to a place where you can continue on forward, but there's also a drop down, another vent leading downward.
Okay, can I see down the vent at all?
Make a perception check.
.22.
killing these rolls today.
Mhm.
Well, you cannot see what's there very well, other than light. You can hear quite a bit of things. You're hearing like clamor and clanging. You can smell very, very delicious aromas coming from that direction. Um, Based on what you're smelling and the sounds, you're guessing you're probably over the kitchen.
Okay, I'm gonna continue forward then. I don't need to go to the kitchen.
Okay. You continue making your way forward. And after a little ways, you come to another T intersection that you can turn right, left, or continue forward.
Just guessing at this point.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm gonna have to remember how to get back afterwards. Is there? Can I do like a perception check? I guess no. I wouldn't really get any information. Like I wouldn't be. Do I hear anything? Do
I
I?
smell or hear.
Yeah. Can I do a perception to see if I hear or smell anything? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
give
don't
me
know.
another perception check.
Oh my god, where are
Wow.
these rolls earlier?
I know,
Smelling
right?
for, like wood, like study books, stuff like that, maybe.
Yeah, you're sniffing
Yeah,
for that.
something that would smell like an office.
Yeah.
Looking for that distinct office smell.
Exactly.
That's definitely a thing, and not at all vague in the least.
It's
I
something.
mean,
to go
maybe
on.
cigars smell because people smoke cigars in their office, and no, I don't know. But
So
anyway, just office smell.
you're kind of sniffing, and here's what I'm going to tell you with your 25. To forward, directly ahead, you smell the smells of outside. You smell wood, that sawdust kind of smell, along with the sea, the saltiness of the ocean. You're pretty sure that forward leads outside. You can't really smell anything to your right. It's nothing at all. It's just that same kind of mildewy smell that you've been smelling this entire time. However, to your left, you do catch just this subtle, faint aroma of flowers, almost perfumey.
Malachi's sitting on the toilet, spinning his gun back and forwards and catching it, and then he throws it behind his back and catches it in his other hand, and he goes, "I'm just practicing."
And hopefully, every so often, going.
I go, "Oh, it's not good in here. Trust me." Like,
It's yeah, you know,
What
it's,
did I
it's
eat?
actually it's been a couple minutes, Malachi, and you hear a knock, knock, knock on the door. Is everything okay in there?
Yeah, Wilfred, you ever just eat way too much, and then you were having like a bender? Because that's what I was on.
Did you call him Wilfred?
What's his name?
Wilhelm.
I called him Wilfred for sure. I'm not taking that back. I called him Wilfred.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how it is. You know.
And
But
you both need to be in there together?
I just thought we'd save you the time.
Okay. Well, if you need anything, let us know.
Yeah, you might want to run and get some more toilet paper.
And grab him up.
Aeden, Draven, while this is going on, what are you doing?
I just imagine I'm spinning my.
This is the most awkward thing. I imagine just us sitting across from each other, just like,
Honey?
so, no, thank you. I'm good. It's just the most dry, awkward conversation because I don't think Aiden and I have ever like had a chance to like really interact. So Draven has no idea what to do. Although I think. Actually, now that we're alone, do you want to read a little bit more of the book? They're
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna-
Here. I think pull it out.
We just smut on the table, starts reading it.
Open, just completely open on the table.
Yes.
Love it. Love it.
See, okay. The beginning is a little dry, it's a little slow, but it really starts picking up at like page 45.
You said it's dry? Because I think he told me to put lube. Use lots of lube. That's supposed to help with it.
I don't think we have. I mean, the closest thing to
have
lube
lube?
I have is I have honey.
Oh
That's
no.
that's not quite the same thing. That's kind of sticky.
What is happening?
Nothing good. You should not leave us alone.
Hers?
I don't even care about Maiko anymore. I want to hear more about this.
But Aeden definitely like makes a note in a notebook
To put
like get lube.
Get lube.
Like misinformation just keeps like we keep feeding each other just like incorrect information for what we think is correct.
Right. Find out what lube is.
Find out what lube is.
Step 1, find out what lube is. Step 2, get lube.
Step 3, profit.
No. Step 3, question mark. Step 4 is profit.
There is another
There
step.
it is.
And I think that Aeden actually Aeden is awkward. She's smart, but she's stupid.
Mm-hmm. She's got book smarts, not street smarts.
Yes. It probably starts reading it out loud once they get to like the really good stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm fully expecting the door is still open and the guard is just there listening in.
Maybe he'll be nicer to you guys.
You start reading out loud, and after about a minute or two, the door closes.
I think someone's a prude.
They're just jealous that they have to work and they can't read the fun stuff.
So, Maiko, I imagine you're following. Where are you following? Which way are you going?
I'm gonna go towards the flowers because in my mind, the mayor's gonna have flowers in her office because why not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I start whistling. You know. Hopefully it's echoing through the tunnels.
Echoing through the tunnels. You continue on, making your way through the tunnel towards that floral scent. It continues on down a ways for a little bit. You feel like you're heading into more the eastern side of the manor by this point. But after a few minutes, you do find a small vent. You look down into it, and it is completely dark on the inside.
Okay. One thing I didn't think about is how the heck I'm gonna get back up into the vent, but that's a problem for later on. Yeah. I mean, I'm a fox. I can kind of shimmy down, use my claws to hold myself up, right? Can't hear you.
I said you can certainly try. Let's go ahead and make another athletics check.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Darn, I was hoping you'd say acrobatics. Oh, well, 22. That's not bad.
22 is great. Very, you have your back against one side, you have your feet against the edges, and you're just shimming your way down, for a couple of feet until you reach the edge. Your head kind of hits the grate.
Oh yes, there is a grate, isn't there? Can I see through the grate?
You cannot. There are slits. You kind of run your nose along it, and you can feel the grooves, but it is completely dark on the other side. So the room, whatever room is there, it is unlit.
Okay, I'm assuming if I push on the grate, it's not going to move, is it?
Honestly, I'm going to go along with your 22 and say it's not difficult to push out. No.
Alright, I'm going to do it.
Okay. You
push it out and then poke my head down.
Yeah, you push out on it and kind of peek your head out and kind of move around back and forth. The room, like I said, pitch black. You cannot see anything. You do not have dark vision. And there is no light whatsoever.
Okay, I don't want to get myself stuck in a room that I can't get out of. How do I... Shit. I guess I'm gonna shimmy my way back up, and then I'm gonna kind of just... Oh shit! I don't know. What's the right answer, guys?
You're alone. You have no idea what they would say.
I know I'm alone. Because I don't want to go back with no information. But then how do I get back up? Yeah, I'm just gonna try to shimmy my way back up, and I'm gonna go the other way and see if I can see anything down that vent, and then I'll go back to the bathroom. And I don't know.
I need one more athletics check to shimmy your way back up. The DC is a little bit higher now because I'll remind you, you
That's
were
an
upside
8. I fell down. Yeah, that's an 8. I fell down.
Yeah, you very much did. You start trying to strain, but you hit something slick and you just fall. Thump, boom. You're going to take a point of bludgeoning
We
damage.
found the lube.
But scared.
You hit the ground, you're going to take 1 point of damage. Ow, that hurt. And you are in a pitch black room. Fortunately, you didn't land on anything. Just hard stone tile underneath you.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna poof back into humanoid form. And I mean, it's a good thing I have a torch.
Matt, your camera shifted up.
Oh, sure did. Thank you. There we go. Okay, you pull out a torch. You find your torch in a flint and tinder box and kind of strike it a couple times, and your torch lights up, and you find yourself in another bathroom.
Whoa, double bathroom.
This one, however, is very, very nice. Like, the toilet itself is made of stone. It's carved. The bowl for the water basin is gilded. The pitcher itself is made out of crystal glass. There is one single door that you can see in this room. There's also, like, the walls have a tapestry on it. And there is a candle, an unlit candle on the basin as well.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and light it because the torch I think is a little overkill in here, but and I'm gonna check the handle to the doorknob. Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked.
Well, before I open it, I guess a perception check to see if I hear anything on the other side.
Perception check.
Although I'm assuming I would have heard 24, but I'm assuming I would have heard something. They would have heard me at least fall down.
Yeah, you falling down made a bit of a noise. You probably squeaked a little bit. And so you press your ear against the door and kind of listen for a moment. You do not hear anybody.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door and see what I see.
Okay. You said you were gonna douse your torch and use the candle.
Yeah, because I don't want to accidentally set one of these tapestries on fire too.
That's probably fair. You find yourself in an opulently appointed bedroom. There is a large 4-poster bed in the center. We got curtains drawn over the whole thing. There is a large chest of drawers. There's 2 other doors in this room. One to the east or directly across from you, and one to your south. There is a chest right there at the foot of the bed. You can also see a very large mirror, a table with 2 chairs, with a big silver bowl in the center of the table filled with fruit. There are several vases all filled with flowers. There's little knickknacks all over the dresser and the tabletop, and there's a large marble fireplace in the room as well. Huge fireplace, in fact, twice the size of the one in the waiting room you were all in. And above the fireplace, there's a large portrait of the mayor, her wife, and her 5 children.
Okay.
Crap, you had to put in children, didn't you? Dang it.
She's feeding those kids just fine.
Can't hear you.
Oh shit, that's because I muted myself. Anyway, I'm gonna look in that chest because you said there was a chest at the foot of the bed. I'm gonna look there first. Can't hear you.
Okay, you're going to go over and check out the chest. It is a very large chest. It's about 2 foot tall by 4 foot wide. It is, it's ornate, but all of the gilding is actually made out of iron. It's a very, very sturdy chest, and it is locked.
I do believe I bought some thieves. Oh crap! Did I? Oh yeah, I do have thieves tools. Yes. Okay. Can I? How do I pick the lock?
That would be a thievery check.
Um, 11 probably does not work.
You stick your locks in there and begin fiddling with it, and something sharp pricks your finger. I'm going to need you to make a fortitude saving throw, please.
No hero point.
Do you guys mind if I use a hero point for this to maybe not? Wait, but it's trapped. That means I can't take it back though if it's trapped. Or is that just because I rolled low? How does trap thing work in this?
I think maybe you should just roll that fortitude and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. If you roll low, by all
it's too
means
late at
use
this
the.
point. Go ahead and you gotta make your fortitude check.
12?
Is that your final answer?
Now might
You're
be
welcome.
a good time.
Can I use a hero point? Are y'all okay with that?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, keep yourself alive. Oh my
God
gosh.
friggin' dang it!
Damn.
Can I keep that 12?
No. Okay.
I used up all my good rolls.
Oh, Ashley also replenished it.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, good news is that Ashley and Pink Sheet Geek redeemed some hero points, so you do have a couple more in the pool, but that was still a failure. And
I'm assuming I only can do it once.
you can only do it once, unfortunately. And
Fair.
Maiko, you begin to feel extremely drowsy.
Oh.
And the last thing you remember is slumping forward on the treasure chest before darkness overtakes you.
Well, crap. Sorry, guys.
Malachi, you're sitting there for another 10 minutes, just kind of waiting there,
really
whistling.
It's Elmo on the potty. It's that.
Mm-hmm.
Getting really stressed out. God damn it!
And
Nicole,
as
where the fuck are you?
as you're wondering that, Aeden, Draven, the two of you hear a little bit of commotion coming from the outside. A moment later, the door opens up, and there is Mayor Hargrove, standing there in the doorway, flanked by Flora, the maid. Flora kind of is bowing to the mayor as the mayor steps into the room and looks towards the two of you and says, "Oh, hello there." Well, that's not her voice.
is that?
I think there's like a sly Aiden sitting on the tables,
Mm-hmm.
hiding the book that they were reading.
Oh, it's very much just the child caught doing something that they weren't supposed to on the tablet. Just like, don't look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was envisioning. That the moment the door opens, the two of you are just like trying to surreptitiously push the book away and underneath you. And the mayor just looks at you and says, welcome.
Oh.
I was not expecting to see either of you or the rest of your party here today. I thought you were going to be looking into the matter of the thieves, but I'm happy.
That's actually
yeah.
that's actually what we wanted to report. We welcome back. I appreciate you coming back so swiftly. We were just wanting to at least give you some insight. We had discovered some stuff after the tavern was unfortunately broken into. We were able to delve in and do some searching, and we found at least the creature that is digging the holes, and we took care of it. So that is one problem solved.
Interesting. I think we should adjourn to my office and to see and hear exactly what it is you found. Where is you had 3 others with you, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, currently 2 of them unfortunately had a little bit too much to drink at the tavern, and they're preoccupied, if you will. And a third party member is doing their daily prayers and research back at the tavern. So it is currently just my friend and I.
She kind of has an odd look on her face. I would like you to make for me. Well, I suppose this would be diplomacy because you are being truthful.
Uh, 21.
She nods a little bit and says, oh, "Okay, well, let's go to my office. I will tell Wilhelm. I saw them down the hall. Wilhelm, are they still in the bathroom?" Wilhelm looks over. Yes, Miss Hardgrove. They're in the. I was just knocking on the door and knock. Excuse me. The two of you. The mayor's here and ready to see you. And the mayor calls out. They're both in that bathroom.
Listen, they get performance anxiety, unfortunately. It's an
One
issue.
can't go in without the other.
Malachi is like pacing in the bathroom to decide what to do. Pretty clear Maiko ain't coming back. So here's my plan. I want to open the door very small and like kind of squeeze myself out and close the door. And I go, oh, I'll be with y'all in one moment. And then I look at Wilhelm and I go, listen, my friend had it really rough. So she's still in there and she might be in there for a while. Honestly, like I said, you might want to get some more toilet paper just in case. But she's real shy and real embarrassed. So just let her be. We'll come back for her in a bit, to get her before we go. But just, let her rest it off if you can. And I want to kind of slide him a silver piece. To take care of my friend, quote unquote.
Okay, first I would like you to make a stealth check to get through the door, or actually acrobatics will work as well. Either stealth or acrobatics to squeeze through the door and close it without Wilhelm seeing that it's empty. So that's part number 1.
14.
14, okay. Next thing I want you to do is give me a deception check. But since you're giving a silver piece, I'm going to let you roll this at advantage.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I rolled a 16 first off. I'm just going to roll one more time since I had already rolled it when you said that. 14. So we're gonna take the 16.
Okay, so with your 16, the young dwarf says, well, "I'm very sorry to hear that. But the mayor is asking for you all. If you please go this way and follow them, I'll wait here for your friend to get out of the bathroom. And Flora, could you bring some more toilet paper, please?"
And she'll ask you for that if she needs it, But just like I said, she's real shy, so just don't bother her. It'll probably help her get it all out. Thanks.
This session?
I think that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
No, I'm so proud of you, but I'm.
All right,
And-
I skedaddle on up to my friends, and if they look at me, I look at Draven, and I just raise my eyebrows. Like,
Oh no!
I don't say anything, but I raise my eyebrows. Like,
Okay. What would I roll to see if I understood what that is?
I think that's just a perception check.
Okay.
yeah, because you're like insight.
Mhm.
Does Draven have trouble reading people? Aw.
Well, Draven hasn't had a whole lot of interaction. He's literally been in an orphanage his whole life where he worked in the church, and when he wasn't doing that, then he was working at the graveyard. So,
Oh.
So honestly,
I love
I
that.
feel like this would be more like a society check for you then.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Malachi definitely is all about the body language.
Yeah.
So I'm
society.
It's an alien to Draven.
All right, 16.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not bad. I feel like you're able to pick up a little bit of the panic that Malachi's feeling.
It was me being like, "Hey, keep it on the DL," but things have gone wrong.
Somehow, I think it's just context clues and the fact that Draven has been watching you the whole time, so he knows, like, oh, this is panic. This is panic, Malachi. Okay, got it.
And I think this is actually a great place to end things for this evening.
No.
So, 3 of our Pathfinders are being led to the mayor's office to have a sit down with the mayor, while Maiko is currently unconscious and asleep, draped over the chest she was trying to break into. Why not?
I just hope this is not like a very long-term sleeping.
Yeah, it better be like an hour or less.
I'm sure that's what you hope for. We'll find
Yeah.
out.
Here's hoping.
Well, thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. Come back here in 2 weeks to find out whether or not Maiko gets caught, whether or not our Pathfinders manage to bullshit their way with the mayor, and whether or not Yaekaze ever gets up from their prayers and spell preparation. Should be a good time. Now, as always, we go around the table and have everyone tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And Dyto, since you're the one who did the recap today, why don't you go first?
Hello, I'm Dyto. You can find me on the internet at Dyto11. I will be back here next Wednesday doing Curse of Strahd with Brandie. I will also be on Lost Caravan on Friday doing our part 2 of our 2-shot of a JRPG called Ryutama. Last week was really awesome, and grass almost killed us. We almost TPK'd to grass.
You almost TPK'd to grass. That's amazing.
That is how bad we rolled.
Oh my God.
Other than that, like my stream schedule's kind of light these coming months, but you can find me here every other Monday and alternating Wednesdays.
Heck yeah. John, you're next.
I'm John. I played Draven tonight, and on Wednesdays, I play Salem in the Maginites campaign. He's my little prima donna. He's fine. He's trying to bring the group together as best he can. You can also find me on Instagram at Creative Panda or on Blue Sky at johnpoart.bluesky. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
Right on. Brandie, you're next.
I'm Brandie. You can find me here every other Monday playing Maiko, and then the opposite Wednesdays with Dyto, playing Veed on Curse of Strahd. I'm in all the socials as River Dragon 82. That's River with a Y. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Brie, you're next.
Brie, you can find me here every other Monday playing Malachi Sykes. You can also find me on Instagram at Pink Chic Geek Art. And this week, I'd like to plug Keeping It Moist. Gotta keep it moist.
Gotta keep it moist. Heck
You
yeah.
just gotta.
Well, as always, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the network. Other than keeping it moist, I'm always on the socials at Scruffy Wanderer. You can find me there, and other than here, every Monday and Wednesday, you can occasionally find me playing on Lost Caravan. You can occasionally find me playing on All on the Table RPG. I'm kind of all over the place, and I'm trying to do a little bit more stuff when I can. So, yeah, come follow me on all those things and have a good time. And so, on behalf of everyone here in the Æther-Tech Wars and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, remember, fight the machine. And good night.